everybody, I'm Patrick.
I'm Kara.
And this is Rocky Mountain Style. Today we have a special video for you for 3 reasons. First, I get to talk about Grant Stone boots, which is one of my favorite topics, so I'm always excited to do that. Second, I get to make a video with my better half, which is pretty cool. And then third, anytime you can share an interest with your significant other, I think that's a special thing. So even though I know she's never going to be the boot fanatic that I am, at least I don't think she will be, I'm happy that she's getting into premium Goodyear welted footwear.
I'm glad I finally get to be in one of your videos.
Yeah, don't get used to it. So we're going to talk about 2 things today. First, we're going to talk about the Grant Stone Nora boot, which is their first boot ever made specifically for the female foot. And second, we're going to talk about what I'm wearing, which is the brass boot, which is Grant Stone's very unique mock toe boot made for men.
Stick around if you're interested in hearing more.
If you aren't familiar with Grant Stone, I'll give you a little bit of a background. The company was started in 2016 by Wyatt Gilmore to build Goodyear welted footwear using premium components delivered directly to their customers. Grant Stone's mission is to make sure each person gets a boot or shoe that fits. This is really evident when you think about the amount of lasts that Grant Stone has developed to ensure that each style has the proper fit. And odds are, no matter what your foot shape is, Grant Stone has a last that's going to work for you. The company is able to keep costs reasonable even while utilizing the highest quality leather, soles, and hardware by building their boots in China. In my few years being aware of Grant Stone, many balk at the idea of a somewhat pricey boot being made in China, but the quality really speaks for itself. In an interview with Nick from Stridewise, Wyatt said, "As for our quality in the product, I just sum it up that Grant Stone can make high quality shoes with great materials from all over the world at this little factory that we've worked with for years. So it's a win for our customers and our partners in China. It's not like we just went there yesterday and said, hey, we want to make cheap, low-quality boots for Americans. The quality of the products in China is as good as anywhere else now." And I think that sums it up pretty well.
The Grant Stone Nora boot comes in full and half sizes 5 through 10 and full sizes 10 to 12. It's offered in 7 different leathers, so there's a good chance you'll find something you like. I went with the Dune Chromexcel, which is Grant Stone's name for natural Chromexcel, which comes from the famous Horween Tannery in Chicago. Each pair of Noras is Goodyear welted and is constructed with a vegetable tanned leather insole and midsole, full grain leather heel counters, cork filler, and steel shanks. The outsole is the popular rubber micro stud design, which I find to be very comfortable and grippy in all of the situations I've encountered so far. This is my first boot with this type of high-end construction, and you can really feel the difference when compared to most other boots. There is a break-in period, but it wasn't bad at all for me, and the boots were very comfy after just a few wears. I got my Noras in a size 7, which works pretty well, but there is a little bit of extra room, but they still feel great. Normally I wear a size 7 to 7.5 in sneakers and other shoes, so I'd call this true to size. Let me know in the comments below what leather you would pick.
The brass boot is technically the second mock toe boot from Grant Stone, the first being the split toe version called the Ottawa. The brass boot has much higher sidewalls in the toe box that are reminiscent of a more classic work style mock toe. However, the actual shape and execution of the boot differs from those same work style boots by quite a bit. The end result, in my opinion, is a shape that's unique in the boot world, and there's really nothing else that quite looks like the brass boot. It is, of course, Goodyear welted. It has a veg tanned insole, midsole, heel counter. It also utilizes a cork footbed that molds to your foot with time, and a steel shank to provide support and rigidity when it is needed. The outsole is a lug style that's an in-house design of Grant Stone's. I find that a lot better than the very common Vibram lug outsole that comes on a lot of boots, both in the comfort and noise level category. So I'm happy that Grant Stone has gone with their own design for this particular sole. The fit of this boot's pretty interesting. I'm generally a size D in everything, and I'm a size 10D in all of Grant Stone's products that I've tried, which includes the Diesel boot, the Ottawa boot, Coast sneaker, the Traveler loafer, and there's probably one I missed in there somewhere. Nearly all of them. So this is also a 10D, but it's very spacious compared to the others, particularly in the toe box. I wear it with thick boot socks, which makes things work just fine, but a 9.5D wearing a normal boot sock probably would have been a little bit better fit and maybe even would have been perfect. But that's fine. It doesn't bother me to have a little extra room and wear a thicker sock, but I just wanted to make sure I put that out there so you could take that into account when sizing for yourself. The brass boot comes in 14 different configurations, comprised of 13 leathers on 2 sole options. We've talked about the lug sole. The other, of course, is a wedge sole, but that's only offered on 2 leathers, which are the saddle tan and black Chromexcel. But of course, natural Chromexcel is my favorite leather, so it was an easy choice to go with Grant Stone's Dune Chromexcel. Okay, everybody, that's it for today. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch the video with us.
If you have any questions for me or Patrick, please leave a comment below.
And I want to make sure to thank Grant Stone. Grant Stone did send us both these boots for our review. Really appreciate you guys putting your faith in us to bring these boots to the world and let everybody know what we think about them. So with that said, thanks everyone and have a fantastic day.
Bye.